Must be 18 or older in order to call. Advice is for entertainment purposes only and is not a professional opinion. So today, we're going to be talking about cheating.
Oh, God.
Hi, guys. We're the DeMartino sisters, and welcome to our show, Dear DeMartino, where we take calls, texts, and tweets from you guys, and we answer with the relationship advice that we think is best, but it's relatable. Have you ever been cheated on, and how did it feel?
No.
Pretty sure, but I don't want to put that big of a weight on somebody when I don't know exactly what happened. But
yeah, same.
My last relationship had my ex broke up with me and had another girl lined up and just started dating her literally instantly after we broke up. So one can only assume, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that you guys haven't or are timid about if you have or haven't, because I was cheated on compulsively for 5 years, my first relationship ever. So in my mind, I tried rationalizing it and thinking, oh, this is something everyone does. But it's crazy to sit next to my two sisters and have them tell me, no. Like, I wish I knew what it felt like to not be cheated on.
Honestly, being Gabi's sister and watching her go through that, it's affected me. Because I can't believe, I was friends with her boyfriend that was compulsively cheating on her, and I didn't know. So when I found out, I just, I can't believe people can be so heartless.
Well, let's just, open it up to everyone. Why do you think, from your experience and everybody, why do you think people cheat, and, what causes it?
I came out on YouTube saying I'm a cheater first before they ever knew what my ex did to me, and then eventually I came out with a video called, I'm finally saying this or something like that. I forget what it's called. And it's my whole long story time about how I was cheated on so much. And then eventually I cheated. But I cheated for happiness. And I know there's no excuse to cheat. I mean, I tried going on a break with this boyfriend, and he said, nope, you're not allowed to. No, it's a relationship's two people, and it's not okay with me. So why can you go on a break if it's not okay with me? So technically, we were on a break, but he said it wasn't a break. No, it's not a break. So apparently I cheated. But
why do you think he cheated on you?
I'll tell you from my experience, it's because you're not happy. And you don't want to face the reality that you're not happy. And you don't want to put an end on something that you're not sure you want to put an end to. So you double time it, and that's awful. And I can't believe I did that. But at the same time, I knew what he did to me, and it almost, when someone cheats, you can't stay with them, because I knew what he did to me, and I was like, you know what? Then it's okay for me to do this.
But you did say you tried to forgive him and stayed with him.
I found out about the first girl 2 years into our relationship, and then I found out about the second girl 4 years into our relationship. I found out about the third girl 3 years into our relationship. I found out about the second girl after I found out about the third girl.
Break up with him?
Well, when you're in a situation so toxic and with someone so manipulative and selfish, it's so hard to run away from a situation like that, because most of the time when guys cheat on a girl, it's because they see weakness in the girl and they don't think that they'd be able to do it on their own. So they're like, she'd never leave me. I can go do whatever I want. She'll never leave me. I could get the best of both worlds. She'll never leave me.
For me, I've never cheated, but I know when my ex and I were going through a rough patch, I noticed when I would go out, I would start looking at other people and wondering what it would be like to be with someone else. And that, for me, my relationship was done after I started feeling that way, because it always comes down to who you think about before bed at night.
Deep down inside, I knew I wouldn't want to marry someone who has cheated on me so much. I knew I didn't want to end up with him. I knew we were going down south because I didn't take him seriously anymore. I completely stopped taking him seriously, and that's when I was venturing off. My eyes were wandering, and then one day I just so happened to be at the beach and I found this little angel, and I'm very, very happy right now.
My thing is, cheating happens, and you either, it's like shit or get off the pot. Sorry for my language, but it's just you either forgive and try to move forward or end it.
I will never tolerate it. I will never forgive and try to forget. I have been pushed to my limits, and if any guy has the guts to cheat on me again, they're done. You have to reach that certain limit. I wish I didn't know what it felt like to be cheated on, but I'm telling you right now, if I ever feel that way again, they're done.
I feel like you're not alone in feeling that way. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. That being said, you can't hold your previous person's mistakes against your current partner, because I feel like it comes down to it, girls and guys. If someone's going to cheat on you, they're going to find a way to do it. So it's pointless to be afraid, and it's pointless to have cheating paranoia, as you call it.
Exactly. I'm just like surprised that you're so confident now after like all that.
Yeah, that's rough. That's like a big blow to your self-esteem.
I feel like I'm confident now because I see where this guy is now, and he's not going anywhere. And your character shows through horrible actions like that. His mother sat there and defended why her son did that to me.
Okay.
Did you now let's talk about gut, because I feel like gut is a thing when it comes to like cheating.
Gut react.
Did you have a gut feeling you were being cheated on?
Yes.
How so?
You just know.
But how do you know it's not just anxiety?
Because it's not a point of questioning. All of a sudden, you'll feel like this cloudy, like fluttery, terrible butterfly feeling, and it's not a question anymore. Intuition's real, and I ignored all my intuitions because I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to.
That's how I felt about my ex. I mean, I don't think my ex ever did that, but like, I definitely had that feeling of like betrayal.
There were a lot of red flags. You just honestly got to be aware, and if you trust the guy, then don't look for red flags. But if you don't trust him,
that's what it comes down to. Trust. If
Yeah.
you don't trust the person you're with, you shouldn't be with them.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
we got a tweet.
We got a tweet coming in. Oh, here it is. Okay, tweet from Houston. Wow. I'm in a relationship, but have a serious crush on someone at work, and we flirt all the time. I feel guilty doing this to my boyfriend. Is this wrong?
Well, I think this is the obvious. If you're dating someone, you shouldn't be flirting with someone at work. I mean, it's a huge trust thing when you work so closely with someone for hours. You don't want your boyfriend to like feel like that. Like you're working beside someone that you're flirting with constantly. Break up with your boyfriend. Like there's no difference in working with someone and hanging out with someone. When you work with someone for like hours, like 8 hours, so you have an 8-hour shift, and then it's no different than hanging out with someone for 8 hours because you're working close to them, next to them, you're talking about anything. I feel like if you think that you're starting to get feelings for someone else, you need to cut it off before you do something that you'll regret.
I think it's wrong.
Well, it depends on the extent, because I think there's a fine line with like flirting and like going the extra mile, like wanting something more. I've been told I have a flirtatious personality, and I know that I flirt with my friends. I flirt with girls, guys. Flirt. I'm using that term very like loosely. Like I'm not saying I'm going and kissing everybody, but like flirtation can be whatever, someone's definition of flirtation is. So I don't really know what exactly this particular person. It's one thing to just be like friendly with someone and like, haha, joking around. It's another thing, though, to be like having thoughts of what it would be like to cheat or to be with this person. It all depends on that extent. I think flirtation is a little harmless.
I noticed that she didn't mention, but I love my boyfriend. What do I do? She just said like, oh, I'm flirting with this guy at work. It seems like she's more focused on this guy at work. She just happened to say, oh, but I'm in a relationship.
I mean, for me, this is just how, like, I get hit on, Kevin gets hit on, and we kind of just like laugh about it. Like I'll come home and say, "Oh, like
she sounds
this
like she's in
happened to
a
me."
she sounds like she's in a pickle though, because why else is she asking for advice?
If you're feeling guilty about something, you're probably doing something wrong, is my guess.
I got another tweet. We're gonna have to wrap this one up.
Okay.
So this next tweet is from New York.
Ooh.
I've been dating this guy for 5 months, and when I went out with my girlfriends the other night, I made out with another guy. It was stupid, and I feel really guilty. Do I have to tell him?
Tell him.
Oh, this is a tough one because, like, it's not like it ended there. It's not going to continue into something, so why bother making him upset and ruining your relationship? But at the same time, he needs to know because that is just, you got physical, girl. Honestly, there's this one quote where it's like, once it's a mistake, twice is a choice. There have been times where, like, I'll say something to someone, and then I'll take it back. And I'm like, it was a mistake, I didn't mean it. But if I say it again, clearly there's meaning behind it. I don't know. I feel like this could be very like humiliating to her current boyfriend. I feel like she should tell him before someone else does.
Yeah.
Especially if she was with her girls. Because it could get really messy if he finds out and not from her. And the guy might beat her to it. The guy might even say something to
Well,
him.
this is just my Scorpio side coming out. I'd rather know the cold, hard, ugly truth than a shitty lie, to be honest.
That's your shitty mistake. You need to own up to it. Like, I would be so pissed.
Yeah.
I don't care if you don't have feelings for him and if this might hurt your feelings, but like that's not being loyal, and you shouldn't be dating someone if you're gonna go kiss somebody. Oh, this is getting pretty pretty serious. Time to do some close calls.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. So my problem is that I recently found out that my best friend is cheating on her boyfriend. And they're both really good friends, and I really, really like him. He's cool, he's chill. And I know it's none of my business, but I'm kind of in between. Like, I don't know if I should, like, tell him that she's cheating on him, or if, like, I should just let them do their thing.
Honestly,
Don't get involved.
I've been in this situation before. One of my closest friends was really badly cheating on her current boyfriend. Not the one that she's with right now, but at the time, her current boyfriend. And she was, like, flying to see this guy. It was insane. It was, like, I didn't know how she was able to do it. The guy she was cheating on her boyfriend with had no idea about the other guy, and the other guy didn't have any idea about the other one. And eventually, it blew up in her face, and if I got involved, then I would be a part of that mess. So no, I don't think you should be involved, and you should just let her fall into her own mistakes. But as her friend, I would be her friend and be like, dig deep down inside and be like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, because usually it's like an inner problem. My friend, I love her to death, that did this, and I know she was having so many internal problems, and you just got to be there for her as a friend, as emotional support, because she's probably doing this cheating thing for emotional support. So just be her friend.
Well, yeah, because honestly, you don't want to tell the guy, because then you're always going to be the girl that told him that his girlfriend is cheating. You don't want to be the messenger.
You won't be friends anymore.
I don't know. It's a tough situation because if I was the boyfriend, I'd want to know. And I feel like everybody's being a coward and too scared to tell him.
Everyone eventually finds out somehow.
I know,
True.
but
The truth
imagine
always comes
finding out
out
2 years down the road like you, though. You know?
Yeah,
And
well,
imagine,
But you have to know when a girl has her
Yeah.
girlfriends, and like it's not your job to play karma, is my point. Like obviously, yes, you'd want to know, but like, wouldn't you want your girlfriends to? I mean, I don't know. It's tricky. But then again, I don't know how close you are to the boyfriend. If you know.
We met. We're all in like school together, so like I think he's really cool. He's like, we hang out in the same friend group. He's super chill, but it's like a really weird situation.
Yeah, I'm
Especially
sorry
if
that
in
you're
the same
in
friend
that.
group. That's weird.
That's really rough.
or tell her, I'll tell him if you don't. Like, be like, I'm your best friend, and like, I don't agree with this decision you're making, and I don't think it's right. Like, I think it's okay to say that too, if you don't agree.
I think that's a really good idea. By the way, I love you guys, and it's really, really cool to talk to you guys on the phone. But
Thanks.
thanks for the advice, and I'll see you guys. Well, I guess I'll see you guys on the internet.
See you too.
Yeah.
Bye.
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 It's just like if you're not happy,
Leave.
have a heart. Like if you really loved that person or love someone at one point, like don't put them through that.
If you're able to do that, you don't love
Set
them.
them free. Set them free. You don't do that to them. Don't ruin their vision of love because you are having an internal crisis. That's not really fair.
All right, guys, so that's it for this episode of Dear DeMartino. Thank you so much for sitting through this very intense episode. Sorry it got a little dark, but let us know your opinions in the comments down below about the situations that happened. Let us know if you can relate to any of these things.
Subscribe to our channels.
Niki and Gabi and Alex DeMar.
And subscribe to Awesomeness TV if you haven't done so yet. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.